can you touch on the idea of someone rolling into a variable account if they do decide to take that in-service distribution, or they do separate employment and retire, and they're going to roll that money into a variable product? Give them some of the risk with the variable if they did start drawing income, but they're in a variable product versus a safer product.
Yeah, you have what's called that sequence of risk return. I think that's what you're aiming towards there. When we're in a variable type of account to where you're in distribution phase, so you're in retirement, you're taking money for income to live off of. Simultaneously, the markets are going negative. So if you're in a variable type of account that you're pulling from, and you pull the income and the markets simultaneously are going down, you're now taking more and more and more money away from yourself, meaning the potential for outliving your money becomes real. And I think that's where a lot of people start to get real nervous, because there is longevity more and more these days. So that sequence of risk return to where you're simultaneously pulling money out and the markets are down. When that's happening, you might be taking $50,000 out, but you may have lost 20,000. So now you've taken 70 instead of the traditional 50 in that particular example. What's happening is you're depleting your funds more rapidly. So this what Will was kind of talking about, that variable aspect, you have the ups and downs of that variable going on. How long is that money sustained? How long can you live off that? Will it maintain the longevity that you may have? That's a real concern, is outliving your cash. So if you're in retirement and your money's still in a risk environment, that negative return sequence can be very, very impactful, because it's like you're taking two distributions instead of one in 1 year, potentially, if the markets are really taking a beating. So this has happened. We're make a comment like this, but I'm not speaking out of context. I've seen it multiple times in my lifetime. And I'm not talking about a little blip here or a little blip there. There's always corrections that happen within the marketplace. It could just be a market correction. It could be an event that occurs in the world. We've seen that more than once. And like I said, in my lifetime, I've seen it more than once. So people that are older than I am, that are in retirement, have seen it multiple times in their lifetime. So to think that the markets are always positive is not true. We have to make sure we're paying attention to what we're doing, especially as we get closer to retirement and protecting our money.